So yes, now let us begin our today's class. So in our today's class, we are going to discuss about dictionaries. So why do we need dictionaries? In case of sets, we are not allowed to perform indexing and slicing, right? Because the elements inside sets are stored in some random memory locations by our Python interpreter. So we are not allowed to perform indexing, but each and every element inside set won't have any kind of index numbers assigned to it. So now let us discuss about dictionaries. So we call dictionaries as key value pairs. Let me explain clearly about keys and values. Dictionaries are key value pairs in Python. So the syntax for dictionary is, we know that for each and every data type we have different syntax. For list we use square braces, for tuples we use parentheses, and for sets we use curly braces. In case of dictionaries also we use curly braces only. But instead of directly giving elements like this, we use key value pairs. So first there will be a key and after that there will be a value. And we separate key value pairs with the help of a comma. So first there will be a key and after that there will be a value. It goes on, etc. And also one more thing is this key and value are separated by a colon. So this is the syntax of a dictionary in Python. So this key and value will be separated by a colon. You should remember this. So let me write that keys and values are separated by colon and key value pairs are separated by comma. So this is the syntax of dictionaries in Python. And let us see what are the advantages we have here in dictionaries. So first let me create a dictionary called D over here. And in case if I simply give a empty curly braces like this and if I print D, of course I am going to get a empty dictionary as output. But here the point is if I print type of D, you can see here I got output as class dict. Dict means dictionary. Here these empty curly braces doesn't represent a set. If I give values like this inside these curly braces, now this will become a set. If I print this, you can see here I got output as class set. But if I declare empty curly braces, then this variable D will be considered as a dictionary, not set. So by default, our Python will consider empty curly braces as a dictionary, not set. Sets are also defined using curly braces only. But if I give any random elements inside set, then they will be considered as set. But empty curly braces will be declared or defined as dictionaries only in Python. So let me comment out this line number 7. And now that we know the syntax is key value pairs. So first let me give a key called 1 here and the value for this key is 1. So I am giving some random elements here. And I know that this one only one, this is a string, and if it is a string means it is mandatory to enclose this with double quotes or either single quotes. And I know that this is the integer, no, so I don't have to enclose this one with curly single quotes or double quotes. And I have separated this one is a key and this one string is value, and I have separated this key and value with colon, and this is my second key value pair 2, and this is my third key value pair 3. And if I run this program, you can see here I got dictionary as output on my terminal. So these are considered as key value pairs. You can see here, according to my syntax, I am separating a key value pair with a comma, and I am separating key and value with a colon. So that's the thing about dictionaries. So what are the advantages we have here? So we can access each and every value using key. So in case of list and tuples, we access the values using index numbers, right? In case of sets, we are not allowed to perform indexing and slicing. But in case of dictionaries, we can access each and every element with the help of key. So here 1 is a key, 2 is a key, 3 is a key. So let me show you how we can do that. If I say print accessing, for accessing elements, we have the same syntax only. So after the dictionary name, we will use square braces. Inside this square brace, we are going to mention the key. So here 1 is my key And if I run this program now, you can see here on my terminal, I got output as ONE1. So like this, we can access each and every value from a dictionary. And also there are a lot of built-in functions available in dictionaries. Now we are going to discuss that one by one. So I hope you all are clear with the concept of dictionaries here. Dictionaries are nothing but key value pairs. And and one more important thing here is keys should be unique. There should not be any duplicate keys. For example, here if I again use one as a key and if I assign some random value like hello to this key, and if I run this program, you can see the hello is changed here. So first the value of key one is only1. Let me change this to hi. And if I run this program again, you can see here first I said the value of key one is hi. And again I have changed the value of one to hello. So here in the first position itself, the value changed to hello. So it won't allow duplicate keys. So we are not allowed to give duplicate keys in dictionaries. We won't get any error, but instead the previous key which we have declared here will be deleted. You can say it like this. This high value is now replaced with hello because here again we are using the same key one. So that's the thing which you should remember. So let me write that dictionaries doesn't allow duplicate keys. So the key should be always unique. And also one more thing here, let me delete this. Let me delete this duplicate key. Dictionaries are also mutable only. We can change the contents present inside dictionaries using its key. So here one is a key, right? So I can directly change the value of one. Previously it is high, and now I am going to change it as Python. And if I print this dictionary again, I am going to use the same line. And if I comment out line number 9, you can see here. So previously, the value of key 1 is high, and now it has changed to Python. So with the help of the key, we can change the value of dictionary. So for changing the value, this is the syntax. First, dictionary name, followed by square braces. Inside the square braces, we need to mention key. As we are changing the value, which means we are assigning new value to a key, we need to use this assignment operator, which is equal to, and after that, we need to mention our new element or value, whatever. So this is the syntax for changing the value which is already assigned to a key in dictionary. Similarly, here there is no key like 4 in my dictionary. Here you can see there are only three keys, 1, 2, and 3. And if I say 4, and if I say program, run this program, then you can see here on my output screen, I got an extra key at the end of my dictionary, which is the key is 4 and the value for that key is program. So like this, we can change the values which are already assigned to a key, or else we can declare a new key and we can assign a new value to that key in a dictionary. So these are some of the operations which you can perform on dictionaries. So here you can say after declaring a dictionary, we are changing its contents, right? So we can say dictionaries are also mutable like list. And there are some of the built-in functions in dictionaries, and they are, so this is my dictionary here. So, and one more thing is, it is not mandatory to use uh, keys as integers only. We can use string keys also. So let me comment out line number 7 and line number 13, and let me declare a new dictionary here called as new D, which means new dictionary. And here inside it, I can use strings as also keys. It is not mandatory to use integers only. We can use strings also. As we are using strings, we know that according to Python syntax, it is mandatory to enclose that string within double quotes. So here my first key is key1 and the value to this key is Python. And my second key is key2. You can use your own keys. I am just giving some random keys here. And value to my key2 is programming. And my third key is key3 and value to this key is Python programming is best. So if I print this new dictionary, then you can see here I won't get any kind of error because this is completely allowed in Python, which is we can use strings as also keys. As we are using strings as keys, it is mandatory to enclose these strings in double quotes. If I won't enclose this in double quotes, then if I run this program, you can see here I got error which says key one is not defined. So whenever we are using strings, then it is mandatory to enclose those strings in double quotes according to the syntax of Python. So that's the thing which you have to remember. And apart from this, so and now that we know, we can change the value of each and every key, and also we can append a new key and value to this dictionary like this, which I did at line number 12. So yes, and there are some of the built-in functions in dictionaries like values. I say print new d dot values, and if I run this program, let me comment out line number 16 so that you won't get any confusion in output. You can see here I got a list as output. It says dict values. So these are values of my dictionary. My first value is Python, my second value is programming, and my third value is best. So you can see here, this values inbuilt function will return all the values present inside a dictionary in a list format. So this is a list. You can see here, these values are enclosed in square braces. So this is a list. So this values function will return all the values present inside a dictionary. And similar to values, there is another function called keys. If I say print new dictionary dot keys, and if I run this program once again, and you can see here in the below line, I got all the keys as output. So key 1, key 2, key 3, they are my keys. So like this, I can access all the keys present inside a dictionary, and this keys function will return all the keys present inside a dictionary in list format. So this keys will return all the keys present inside a dictionary. These are two important functions which you should remember in case of dictionaries. And, uh, and in Google, let us see what are other functions which are present in dictionaries. If I say dictionary functions in Python, and here one more point which I need to mention. Here I have used this keys function and values functions while coding Python programs. That's the reason why I remember these two functions. And apart from these two functions, I haven't used remaining functions. But if I want to use, then I know how to use. I can simply go to Google and I can search for all the functions available in dictionaries, and I can simply make use of these functions. So the point is you don't have to remember all these functions, but with the help of practice, you will of course obviously will remember some of the functions. It is not like you need to sit and by heart all these functions. So by practicing, you will understand. So we have discussed about keys function, and there is a function called get, returns the value of a specified key. Let us try this get function. If I say print new the dot get, and this get will take a key as input. If I say key one, and if I print this, you can see here I got a plus Python. So basically, this is similar to print new the of key one. So basically line number 24 and 25, they both are exactly same. We can access the value stored inside a key like this also. With the help of square braces, we can access. Otherwise, there is a function called get, which is a built-in function. With the help of this get function also, we can access the value stored inside a key. So this get function will take key as input. And if I run this program, then you can see here I got Python as output for line number 24 and for line number 25. What happens if I enter a wrong key here, like key 4? So key 4 is not present in my dictionary, and if I run this program, okay, fine. If I say key 4 in the line number 25, I will get an error. Okay, in this method at line number 25, if I say view dictionary of key 4, then I will get an error because this key 4 is not present. You can see here I got key error. because this key 4 is not present in my dictionary. But in case of line number 24, you can see I got output as none. So what is the use of this get function or get inbuilt function now? So in case if the key is not present, then I will get none as output. So basically none means nothing. So the main thing which you should remember is in case of get function, I will get none as output if the key which I am passing to this get function is not present in my dictionary. Let me repeat once again. If the key which I am passing to the get function is not present in my new dictionary, then I will get none as output. Otherwise, if the key is present means of course I am going to get the value of that key as output. If I say key of 1, then of course I'm going to get Python as output. If I say key 2, then I will get programming as output. So that's the thing about get function. I hope you can clearly understand this get function. I don't know why daily we are opening the same website, right? Daily we are opening W3 schools only because it is only coming at the top. That's why I'm opening that. And I'm not fan of any website, any particular website. I use all the websites available on internet. So there is a pop removes the element with a specific key. Let us see this pop function. So here in case of dictionaries, the pop is taking a key as input. Okay, in case of list, we saw that this pop function will not take any input, and in case of sets also, this pop function will not take any parameters or arguments. But in case of dictionaries, this is taking key as parameter. So let us try this pop function. If I say new dictionary dot pop, and if I delete key two, and if I print my new dictionary again, I am expecting that the key two will be deleted now. Let us see. Yeah. You can see I have only key 1 and key 3 now. The key 2 has deleted from my dictionary. So this key 2 program and the value of the key 2 is programming has deleted. And if I give a key which is not present means I think I will get an error. Yeah, I got error which is key error. So this is the thing about pop function in dictionaries and pop item. So this pop item removes the lost. Okay, there is a separate function called pop item. So this pop item will remove. If I say new dictionary dot pop item, so by default this pop item will remove lost element or lost key value pair from the dictionary. If I say print new d again, and if I run this program, then you can see here key 3 got deleted because key 3 is my lost key in the dictionary. So if I say pop item, then the lost key will get deleted from my dictionary. So you should remember the difference between pop and pop item in dictionary. In case of pop, we will pass a key as a input parameter or input argument to the pop function. So this pop function will delete this specific key, and after that in our new dictionary this key will not present. Whereas in case of pop item it won't take any input argument. Instead it will directly delete the lost key value pair which is present in my dictionary. So I hope you understood this pop item function. So there is a function called clear, and of course we know what is the job of this clear function. It is going to remove all the elements from the dictionary, and we know that the copy function is used to copy all the elements of a dictionary, all the key value pairs of a dictionary. So there is a function called get. We have discussed the get, we have discussed items, we have items we haven't discussed, right? Okay, if I say print new dictionary dot items, and if I run this program, you can see here I got output as a list. So first there is a list, and inside this list we have tuples, and inside tuples we have key and value pairs. So key 1 is my first key and the value of key 1 is Python, and key 2 is my second key and the value of key 2 is programming, right? So these key value pairs are placed inside a tuple and they are separated by a comma, and these tuples are placed inside a list. So basically this items function will return a list which contains key value pairs enclosed within tuples. So here the where is that items returns a list. Yes, it will return a list containing a tuple for each key value pair. So you can see here that's what happening here. It has returned me a list, and inside this list, each key value pair is placed inside a tuple, and these tuples are separated by comma. So to be frank, I haven't used this item function also so far. But in case if you are getting any requirement like this, if you want to access the key value pairs present inside dictionary in this format while coding, then you can use. So it totally depends upon our requirement. And we have discussed the keys, updates a dictionary with the specified key value pairs. We can update the dictionary like this also. So I have shown you like this also we can update the values inside a dictionary. And there is a special built-in function called update, and we have discussed about values, right? It will return all the values in a list format. We have discussed these values. Let us see this update function. So basically this is adding new key value pair to my dictionary. So here I have shown you that in the line number 12, initially there are only three keys, 1, 2, 3, and like this I am adding new key and value to my dictionary. We can do the same thing using update also. If I say d dot update, and here I pass a dictionary like 5, and if I say 5, and if I print my dictionary d, and you can see here at the end of my dictionary I got a new key value pair which is 5 and 5. So this is what update function do. So basically it is used to add a new key value pair, and also we can add a new key value pair like this also in line number 12 and line number 13. They both do the same job. And also let me show you this. Okay. Yes, I'm expecting this. So here the thing is, there should be some difference, right? Here line number 12 and line number 13, the major difference is with the help of this format, which is in present in line number 12, I can add only one key and one value pair to a dictionary. At a given time, with the help of line number 12, I can add only one key and value pair. Whereas with the help of update function, it is similar to extend function in list. So in case of extend, we have seen that we can add multiple elements at the end of the list. Similarly, in case of update also, we can add multiple key value pairs. In case of line number 12, we can add only one key value pair. Whereas in case of line number 13, with the help of update function, we can add multiple key value pairs in a dictionary. So you can see here I am adding two key value pairs. So the first key is 5 and the second key is 6. And of course it is like I am passing a dictionary itself. So this itself is a dictionary, right? So there are key value pairs separated by comma and enclosed with curly braces. So this update function will take dictionary as an input, and this will append all the key value pairs at the end of the dictionary. And let us discuss in just give me a minute. Okay, I haven't got any messages. So okay, so these are the functions. In fact, you can make use of the same website W3 schools. I think this website is good. So these are some of the important functions in dictionaries. And today you should practice all the four data types which are listed tuples, sets, and dictionaries. And now we are aware of these four data types. And now let us discuss about typecasting. So let me create a new file called typecasting.py. What is this typecasting? Basically, typecasting means changing the data type from one data type to another. For example, if there is a string means if we change that string to integer, then that is considered as typecasting. Similarly, we can change integer to string. So let me show you how we can do that. So here if there is a variable n, and the value 10 is assigned to this variable. And if I print type of n, then of course I am going to get class int as output. You can say here I got class int as output. But if I say n equal to str of n, and if I print type of n, and you can see here for the below line, I got output as class str. So what is happening here? So we have changed the data type of the variable n from int to string. So the syntax is here. Let me write the syntax first. So the syntax is data type, after that parenthesis, and inside this parenthesis variable name. That's what I did here. In the line number 5, you can see str means string, right? So there is we can also consider this str as a built-in function, but this str function will take integer or any other thing as input parameter, and it will convert whatever we are passing to this str function into a string. So this is how we can change from one data type to another data type. But what happens? Let me comment on these 3 lines. What happens if I convert a string to integer? So let us see. If I say yes, and the value stored inside this string is hello, and if I convert this to integer, so the process is simple. Previously, at line number 5, we have used this str function. Now we are going to use this int. Int means int. So we are converting string to integer. So my string is yes, and if I print type of yes, then you can see I will get an error. So basically, you can see here, it is not possible to convert this type of string into integer. I said it is not possible to convert this type of string, a string which contains characters, into integer. But can I convert a string like this? So basically inside this string, this is a string only. But inside this string, I am storing an integer number. If I run this program here, you can see I haven't got any error, and instead I got output as class int. So what is happening here? If a string is containing numbers inside it, then of course we can convert that string into an integer. But if a string is containing characters inside it, then we are not allowed to convert those characters into integers. So this is basic. It is like common sense, right? We cannot convert characters into integers, but we can convert this 10. We can convert if it is 55 minutes. We can convert this string into integer. But here, if it is 55 hello, we are not allowed to convert this. You can say I got an error. So that's the thing which you should remember. We can convert. We are able to convert a string into integer if the string doesn't have any characters. If it has character means we will get error. And we have seen how to convert integer into string. It is possible to convert any kind of integer into string. We won't get any kind of errors. If it is 100 also or 1000 also, we won't get any kind of error. If I run this program, then you can see I got output as class str, and if I print the value of n now, then you can see here I got output as 1000, which is fine. My program is working properly. So this is how we can convert from one data type into another data type. The process of converting this like this from one data type to another data type is called as typecasting. The process of converting a variable from one data type to another data type. So let me give that basic definition. The process of converting a variable from one data type to another data type is called as typecasting. All right, now you know the definition of typecasting. So the process of converting a variable from one data type to another data type. Here we are converting the variable n. Previously it was int data type, and with the help of this str function, we successfully converted this integer n to a string n. So you saw that for line number 8, if I print type of n, I got str class str as output. For line number 6, I got class int, which means integer, as output. So like this, we can convert integers into strings and the strings into integers. For converting strings into integers, we need to make sure that there are no characters inside that string. Instead of characters, there should be only numeric, like there should be only numbers only, like 55 or any number. If there is any extra character like this means I will get an error. So now we have seen how to convert into string and string to int. Can we convert list into tuple? Let us see. So let me declare a list here. And the elements inside is list are 1, comma 2, comma 3. And if I print type of LST, and again let me declare a new variable called tup. So basically here this s is a variable name. I can use another variable name also. It is not mandatory to yes to use s only. I can say s2, and here I can check the type of s2. So if I use a new variable name means, so the integer value after converting the string s into integer, so that integer will be stored in s2, not in s. If I use s itself, then that integer will be stored in s only. So here instead of using the same variable LST, I am using TUP variable name here. Now here if I say tuple of LST, and again if I print the type of TUP here, along with printing type of TUP, let me print TUP variable also, and similarly here let me print LST also. If I run this program, and you can see here 1, 2, 3. Previously, it was in list format because here I have assigned this 1, 2, 3 in square braces. So it is considered as list. And if I print type of LST at line number 17, I got output as class list, which is fine. Now here we are performing typecasting. So basically, I am using a function called tuple. For converting into int, I have used int function. For converting into string, I have used str function. Whereas for converting a list into tuple, I am using tuple function. So this tuple function will also take a iterable as input like this LST. And if I run this, then you can see here for line number 19, while printing tup variable, I got a tuple on my output screen. So there's no one in waiting. So, and also for line number 20, while printing the type of tup variable, I got output as class tuple, which is because of course it is a tuple only now. We have converted this list into tuple using this tuple function. So this is called as typecasting. And let me comment out these lines. Now let us see how to convert a tuple into list. Now if I use a new tuple here, and the values inside this tuple are 4, comma 5, comma 6. And if I print tup here, of course I will get this tuple in my output stream. If I print type of tup variable, and for this also I am going to get output as class tuple, we know that. And if I declare here a new variable called LST, and for converting a tuple into list, we are going to use this list built-in function. So if I want to convert anything into list, I will use list function. Similarly, if I want to convert anything into tuple, I will use this tuple function. If I want to convert anything into integer, I will use int function. So these are some of the, you don't have to remember this also. Of course, I want to convert something into list. So I am going to use list function. That's it. And if I say list of, so tup is my tuple, right? Now if I print LST, and also along with that, if I print type of LST, and if I run this program, then we can see here initially 4, 5, 6. These three elements are stored inside a tuple. And if I say type of tuple, I got output as class tuple, which is fine. And at line number 25, we are converting this tup variable into a list with the help of this list function. Basically, which means we are performing typecasting. Now, if I print a LST variable at line number 26, I got list as output. And if I print type of LST, then I got class list as output. So, and again, I say AS equal to S at like 1, comma 2, comma 3. And if I print yes, and if I print type of yes, and if I say LST equal to list of yes, and if I print LST, and if I print type of LST, and if I run this, you can see here initially these elements 1, comma 2, comma 3 are stored inside a set. And if I print test, of course I am going to get 1, comma 2, comma 3 inside a set as output. And for line number 31, if I print type of s, I will get output as class set. And here at line number 32, I am converting this set into a list. using list built-in function. So after that, at line number 33, if I print LST, then you can see here I got 1 comma 2 comma 3 on my output screen, and if I print type of LST, I got class list as output. So like this, you can convert a list into tuple, tuple into list, list into set, set into tuple. Like that, you can convert. So and if there is a tuple, I will copy these two lines. Let me uncomment these three lines. And if I say s equal to set of tup and print yes and print type of yes. And if I run this program, you can see here, initially I have declared a variable called tup, and inside this variable I have stored a tuple, and the elements of this tuple are 4, comma 5, comma 6. And if I print tup and if I print type of tup, of course I'm going to get tuple and class tuple as output. Now here at line number 40, I am converting this variable tup into a set. So for converting a list or tuple into set, we will use the set function. For converting a list or tuple, for converting list or set into tuple, we use tuple function, right? Here we have seen that. For converting list into tuple, we use tuple function. For converting tuple into list, we use list function. Similarly, for converting set into list, we use list function. Similarly, for converting any tuple or list into set, we use this set function. And if I say set of tup, now this tup will get converted into set. And if I print s, I will get now set as output. And if I say type of s, of course, I am going to get class set as output. So this is called as typecasting. So there is a list here. Someone asked me in previous classes how to delete duplicate elements from a list. So let me take a list here. The simplest way to do this is, so let me give some values like this. And here you can see there are duplicate values inside my list. And we know that set doesn't allow duplications, right? So if I convert this variable lst into set, then of course all the duplicate elements are going to be removed automatically. So if I say s equal to set of lst, and if I print yes, if I run this, you can see here all the duplicate elements are now removed. Only the unique elements 1, comma 2, comma 3, comma 4, comma 5 are present in my set, and with all the remaining duplicate elements are eliminated from my set. But you might have one doubt here. Here you can see I got set as an output, but if I want list as output, then it is simple. I can again convert this variable s into list, right? So with the help of list function, I can convert this set s into list. And if I print lst again, and if I comment line number 46, and if I run this, then you can see here I got list as output, and inside this list only unique elements are present. So basically, for eliminating duplicate elements, I am converting this list into set because I know that set doesn't allow duplications. Set only allow unique elements. So now only unique elements from LST list is present inside my variable yes. So again, if I convert this set yes into list, and if I print this LST, then you can see here all the duplicate elements from my list are removed, and only elements are present inside my new list. So this is one of the easiest way of removing all duplicate elements from my list. And also let me show you one more interesting thing. I have commented from line number 45 to line number 48, and we can do this in single line also. So first I need to convert my LST into set, right? So I have converted this LST into set. So here you can see I have converted my list LST into set. Now all the duplicate elements are removed. And again, my job is to convert this set into list. So for that, I can use list of here. You can see here. First, I have converted my list into set. So now all the duplicate elements are removed from the list, and they are stored in set. So again, for converting this set into list, I am using list function. So instead of doing this in 4 lines, I can do this in 1 line also. You can see here again, I got the same output. Hope you understood this concept of typecasting. So this is how you can perform typecasting. Typecasting means changing the data type of variable from one data type to another data type. Or else simply you can say changing the data type of a variable. Because here we are converting integer into string, string into integer, list into tuple, tuple into list, list into set, set into list, like that, etc. So I think you all are clear with the concept of typecasting. Now, if you have any doubts, you can send me messages in the chat section. I have enabled the chat section. If you have any doubts, you can let me know. We have discussed about dictionaries and typecasting in today's class. Okay, Sunil Kumar Reddy is saying clear. Great. If you have any doubts, you can let me know. All right, Ram Kiran, Sujit. Sujit is having, I have a doubt in converting into integer. ये पुष्पलता तेजा जैसे sir will explain fine. Explain typecasting. That's what I did, Bhavya, till now. Typecasting into dictionary. So dictionaries are key value pairs, right? We can't directly perform typecasting on dictionary. Instead, we can use the functions like keys and values in dictionaries. So I'll show that. Just wait, Pushparaj. So before Lakshmi, before starting functions topic, first we need to convert conditional statements and loops. Okay. I will disable the chat section and I will quickly answer to all of these questions. No, so the typecasting is nothing but someone asked me explain me the typecasting once again. So converting variable from one data type to another, that is called as typecasting. For example, converting a integer into string, converting a string into integer. You can see here someone asked me this now. So here 55 is a string. Of course, 55 is a number, but here in this case, in line number 11, this 55 is a string because this 55 is enclosed within double quotes. So anything which are enclosed in double quotes are considered as strings in Python. So remember this point. So now if I try to convert this variable s into integer, of course, I won't get any error because inside this string is there are no special characters and alphabets. And if I mention any special characters or alphabets like this, then you can see here I got error. But if I won't mention any special characters and if I only mention numeric characters like from 0 to 9 inside my string, if I run this program, then you can see here I got output as class int for line number 13. So that's the thing about converting string to integer. And we have discussed about conversion of list and tuples. So about, let me comment out line number 13 also. And let me declare a dictionary here. And inside this dictionary, so let me copy the same dictionary from here itself. So this is my dictionary now. So we have discussed about some of the functions in dictionaries like uh, how can we access all the keys present inside dictionary. So if I say keys, and if I say d dot keys, and if I print keys, and you can see here, I got all the keys in list format. Now here I can perform typecasting on this variable keys. If I say list of keys, and if I run this program once again, you can see here I got list as an output. So what is present inside this list? All the keys of my dictionary. If I say tuple of keys, and if I run this program once again, then you can see here this time I got tuple as output. So we can't directly perform typecasting on dictionary. Instead, we can access all the keys from a dictionary and we can store them inside a variable. And we know that for accessing all the keys, we can use this built-in function keys. And to this keys variable, we can perform typecasting. And similarly, for values also, let me comment line number 53 and 54. And instead of keys, if I say values, and if I run this program, then you can see here, with the help of values function, I am accessing all the values which are high to 3. These 3 values are stored in my dictionary D. and these values are assigned to a variable values, and I am performing typecasting to these variable values. I can convert this into a list or set or tuple, whatever it is, I will get output. You can see here this time I got list as output. So this is how we can perform typecasting on dictionaries. We can perform typecasting after using these built-in functions, which are keys and values. So I have explained about typecasting, and I have explained about how can we perform typecasting on dictionaries. And Sujit, you have asked, I have doubt in converting into integer. So I have told you that thing also. So for converting a string into integer, we need to make sure that there are no alphabets and special characters present inside a string. If there are any alphabets or special characters present, means I will get an error. So once again, Lakshmi is asking, once again explain dictionaries. So dictionaries are nothing but key value pairs. These key value pairs are separated by commas, and this key and value, each and every key and value will be separated by a colon. So this is the syntax of dictionaries. You can simply read these 4 lines. You will understand. Anyways, I am going to upload these files in GitHub, and after completion of this class, I am going to share you the GitHub link, right? So there you can check out all these things. We have discussed about built-in functions available in dictionaries, and we have seen how to access a value present inside a dictionary using key. So we have seen all these things, and also you can check the recorded session if you have any doubts. So let me enable the chat section once again. Now, if you have any doubts, you can ask me. We have discussed about dictionaries and typecasting today. And with this, we have completed the concept of data types. We have discussed all the data types which are available in Python. So Kavya, let me show you this. So here there is a dictionary, right? So this D is a dictionary. And if I comment line number 55 and 56, and if I say print set of D, then you can see here, if I convert a dictionary into set, by default, our Python interpreter will take all the keys from a dictionary and it will convert only the keys into a set. Here I am performing typecasting of dictionary into set with the help of set function. So if I say set of D, then all the keys will be taken from a dictionary and those keys will be stored inside a set. If I say list of D, then you can see here by default all the keys are taken. If I want to convert, it won't take key value pair. It will take either, it will take only key only. First point is it will take key only. If I won't mention anything, if I directly say list of D, then it will take all the keys from my dictionary and it will convert those keys into either list or tuple or set depending upon what I am mentioning here. If I say tuple here, then all the keys will be converted into tuple. If I want to convert all the values into tuple or all the values into a set, then I need to use this method, which is present in line number 55 and 56. First, I am taking all the values from the dictionary, and here in the line number 56, I am changing all the values into a list. So that's the thing about typecasting in dictionaries. And if you have any doubts, you can let me know. I hope, Kavya, you understood the concept of converting dictionary into sets. If we convert a dictionary into set, then all the keys present inside the dictionary will be converted into set. It won't consider values. Yes, yes, you are welcome. And if you have any doubts, you can ask me. So there is one more small topic which I want to discuss today. Nagaraj is asking in dictionary. Actually, Nagaraj, I am not getting your question. In dictionary, can we use int and string at a time? So in case of dictionaries, we use key value pair set. I have told you that already. Keys can be either integer, you can see here. Initially, the keys are here integers, and in the below dictionary, in our new dictionary at line number 16, the keys are strings. So of course, we can use either integers or strings as keys. And also similarly, we can store string values or also we can store integer values. If I store one as value to this key, And if I run this, then you can see here I haven't got any error. So like this, and if I print this new D here itself, then you can see on my output screen. What is, so yes, let me comment out this line number 14, and if I run this, okay. Now you can see here, I got output as key one, and here my value is one. This one is here integer. So either I can store integer or string as values, or else either I can use integers or string as keys. It's up to me. It's my wish. And not only there, I can use list also. If I say 45, comma 12, comma 89, comma 56, and if I run this program, then you can see here in my key one, I am storing a list as value. So this entire list will be considered as a value inside my dictionary, and this list 45, comma 12, comma 89, comma 56 will be assigned to my key one. So it is not like we are allowed to only store string as values. We can either store tuples or sets, anything as values, and we can access that value using our key. And we can use either strings or either integers as keys. There are no specific rules. You can try all the combinations. If you are getting any error, then it's simple. It is not allowed. If you are not getting any error, then it is allowed. Here you can see that Sujit, no, not Sujit, Sunil Kumar Reddy. So here I am enclosing this 55 in double quotes, which means this is a string. And now I am converting this string into integer using int function. And if I print yes here, and before converting also if I print yes, then you can see here for both lines I will get 55 as output. But here at line number 12, if I print type of yes, that line number 15 class str, because previously 55 is a string and now I am converting that string into an integer. After converting it, if I print the type of s again, you can see I got output as class int. So what is the use of doing this? So what is the use of doing this? Let me comment on this print statements. So now if I want to add any integer to my yes, so if I say print yes plus 50, I'm not performing typecasting here. I have commented line number 30. If I run this program, I will get error. We know that because we are not allowed to add a string and integer in Python. But here, if I perform typecasting, which means I am basically converting this yes into integer. Now, this yes is no longer a string, it is an integer. If I run this program, then you can see here I got 105 as output because 55 plus 50 is 105. So if we want to add any integer to a string, then first we need to convert that string into integer. After that only we can add. So I hope you understood the concept of converting strings into int. How many data types in Python? So basically, uh, okay, you're welcome, Sunil Kumar. So Priya, there are data types like int, float, complex, boolean, list, tuple, set, and dictionaries. We have discussed all these data types. Okay. All right, I have disabled the chat section and I will answer the question of Amulya. Can you explain the item method once again? So I have already told you that so far I haven't used this item method in dictionaries, but this item method, let me run this program first. You can see here, this will return a list. First point is this items method will return list and all the items of my dictionary will be stored inside my list. So these items will be stored in tuples format, which means the first key value will be stored in a tuple and there will be a comma, and again the next key value will be stored in a new tuple and the next key value will be stored in a new tuple. So basically the items function will return all the key value pairs from a dictionary, and this will return a list. And inside that list, I will have key value pairs enclosed within tuples. And inside the list, I will have my key value pairs enclosed within tuples. So that's the thing about items function. So far, I haven't used that items function. So now let us see about new lines.py. So this is the last concept today. So here, if I print welcome and if I print to Python class. So if I run this program, of course, first at the line number one, I will get welcome as output, and at line number two, I will get to Python class as output. Now, in case if I want to add extra lines between welcome and to Python class, so if I want to add two extra lines between welcome and to Python class, how can I do that? So basically, I can do that by placing empty print statements two times. And if I run this, then you can see here I got two empty lines here between welcome and to Python class. I got two empty lines. So what is happening here? Here I am just declaring two empty print functions. So this will give me a new line, but this is not the best way of doing this. Instead of this, I can say backward slash and n. So this backward slash and n, this will perform the job of assigning a new line. If I run this program, then you can see here I got one new line between welcome and to Python class. Similarly, if I use another backward slash and the end, and if I run this, then you can see here I got two new lines between welcome and to Python class. So if I want to give if I want to print something in new line, then I can use this backward slash and the end. If I let me comment out these three lines. So if I want to say print hello world. Now if I run this, of course I am going to get hello world as output. But I want hello in one line and the world in new line. I want hello in line number one and I want world in line number two. So for this, I can again use this backward slash and n. And if I run this, then you can see here I got this time world in new line. So if I want to place any, if I want to split any string into two lines, then I can use this new line, the backward slash comma n. This will give me a new line. And if I don't want to give any new line, instead I want to give a tab space like this. So this is a tab space. And if I run this, you can see this time, instead of single space, I got four spaces. So basically one tab space is equal to four empty space. So instead of giving a tab space here, I can use backward slash and t. If I say backward slash and t, then automatically a tab space will be allocated between hello and world. If I run this program, then you can see here this time I got a tab space in between hello and world. So basically you should remember if you want to place anything in new line, then you will use this backward slash and the n. And if you want to allocate a tab space, then you will use this backward slash and t. So these are two simple concepts. I hope you understood this. So backward slash and n is used to allocate a new line and backward slash t is used to allocate a tab space inside strings. And that's the end of today's class. If you don't have any doubts, then you can leave. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. Yeah, welcome all, Lakshmi and Geeta. And if you have any doubts, you can ask me now. Yeah, welcome. Okay, okay. What is tomorrow's topic? Tomorrow we are going to discuss about conditional statements, if and else. Okay, okay. So Lakshmi, how to concatenate or like welcome to Python class? So that's a good question. I'll explain that. If let me comment out line number 4, and if I run this, then you can see I got welcome in one line and two Python class in another line because I'm using two print functions here. But if I want this welcome and two Python class in same line, then inside this print function, I should say end equal to empty quotes. And if I run this, then you can see here I got output in same line. So basically, you should remember this. There is nothing rocket science here. You should remember this. So if you want the contents of below print statement in the above line itself, then you need to use this end function, end value. So here this end is a parameter basically. So you should use comma, and after comma you should say end equal to empty quotes. So like this you will get the below line in above line itself. So you can say if I run this program, I got welcome to Python class in the same line. So if you want to allocate a new line, then you should use backward slash n. If you want to allocate the tab space, then you should use backward slash and t. And if you want to print the contents of two lines in a same line, then you should use this end parameter. Anyways, I will explain this once again in upcoming classes also because some people might have left today's session. Ramkiran, don't worry about those implicit typecasting, explicit typecasting. And I know that you are from Java background, so don't confuse with all those things in Python. So Python is completely different. Don't compare Python and Java. Okay, next. How to convert string to floating point in typecasting. You can try. So far, I haven't tried. To be frank, I haven't tried that. I haven't tried converting string into. So let me declare a new string here. If I say 50.36, and if I say f equal to float of, so I want to convert this s into float, right? And if I print yes, sorry, f, I need to print x. And also if I print type of f, if I run this program, then you can see here. Uh, why am I getting 105 as so I need to comment some things here. So let me comment out line number 16. And if I run this program once again, then you can see here, I have assigned 50.36. This is a string to my variable s. And after that, I am converting this string into float using float function. And if I print f and type of f, then you can see here this time, the type of f is float here. Previously, it was string. But if I say int of s, and if I run this program once again, and you can see here I got error because here this dot is considered as a special character. While converting into integer, we are not allowed to use dot. So you should remember that. If I comment out these three lines and if I declare a floating point number as 10.256 and if I say print int of f, then you can see here I got 10 as output. So if we convert a floating point number into int using int function, then the rounded value will I will get the rounded number as output. So if we round 10.256, I will get 10. No, so that's what happening here. So if we convert a floating point number into int, then I will get the rounded value as output. Okay. So this is how we can convert string into floating point number and floating point number into integer. If we convert floating point number into integer, then I will get rounded value as output. And tomorrow, yes, Nagaraju, tomorrow we are going to discuss about if-else conditional statements. And Pushparaj, two sets or concatenation is possible. So you can check that. So two sets concatenation. What is the purpose of performing concatenation on two sets? I don't know. We can add extra elements in set using update function. Yesterday we have seen that, right? We have seen that how we can perform extra elements into a set using update function. We can do that, but I don't know. I exactly don't understand what is concatenating two sets. We use this term concatenation on strings only. Set one, add set two. Is there an add function in set? I don't know. Let's set functions in Python. Yeah, so there is add function. So this is used to add an element. So now here you can see there is a set here apple, banana, cherry. And if I say the name of the set is fruits, if I say fruits dot add a specific element, then this orange will get added to my set. So we can use update also in case of sets. So update, you can see here, I can update multiple values. So that add function is similar to append in list, and this update function is similar to extend in list. Like this, you can compare and learn. Let me repeat once again. Add function is similar to append in list, and update function in sets is similar to extend in list. So try out if you have any, if you got any new ideas, then you can try them. If you are getting error, then it means simply it is not allowed. And if you are not getting any errors, then it is allowed. Two sets are combined possible. I can't understand your question. You can try that on your own. You can use online compiler also. Right now, you can do that on your phone also. So I think you are asking something like this. It is not supported. I cannot use plus operator in between two sets. I can use them in between integers, floating point numbers, and strings. I cannot use them in between sets. I think I can use them in list. Basically, this performs the job of append. Extend, sorry. So yes, I can use this place operator in between two lists. So this S1 and S2 are list now. I cannot use them in between sets, but I can use them in between list. So what is happening here? It is basically this is similar to extend function only. So this is similar to extend function only. Instead of using extend function, I can use plus operator also in between two sets. Hope you understood. If I say S1 plus S2, then I will get all the elements present in these two sets on my output terminal. Okay, Sinu, and I hope I have answered everyone's questions. So I will stop the recording.